Hello and welcome to another video. This is Maruna's manga channel and today we are going to be storyboarding some more pages for the manga that I'm trying to make. I am so sorry that it's been so long since I last uploaded a video. As you may have noticed, I'm in a new apartment because I had to move because my rent went up so much and the rental crisis is awful and it took so long to find a place. I'm really glad I did, but it's just been a really stressful couple of months. Hopefully, now that I've moved, I can upload videos at a more consistent pace. In the last episode, Stella had lost consciousness because she touched a monster in the Chaos Realm. So in the next few pages, Stella is gaining her consciousness because Harper has brought her back up to the normal world and we are introduced to a new character, Lucas, and the three of them are going to discuss what's going to happen next. Okay, so out of all the scenes that I've worked on so far, this scene is pure conversation. So I am a bit nervous that it is going to come off as a bit boring, but hopefully because of the information that is going to be revealed in the conversation, I will be able to retain the interest of the audience. And I'm thinking about adding a little comedy scene with another character. I didn't mention it earlier, but Lucas's monster, Poppy, a name I just thought of, it might change, but Poppy for now, is going to be introduced, and Stella absolutely hates spiders, so it's going to be a bit of a comedy interaction there. And I also want to remind the reader and Stella about the problem of this situation, which is this monster is actually trying to cause her harm, and they need to do something about it. Okay, so let's give it a go. Hello, so this is future Maruna re-recording all of this section because the audio quality for when I was drawing and talking at the same time, because I used the webcam's microphone, the audio was so bad that I just couldn't use it. So yeah, I invested in a new microphone, very exciting, and I will just talk over and redline what I've already done rather than doing it all again, so I hope that's okay. So page 1. I've kept this bit simple, and the first couple of panels is just dark panels becoming lighter to present that Stella is regaining her consciousness and she can hear the conversation that Harper and Lucas is having next to her. So the lines will be, sorry for my super choppy dialogue here. I can't believe you took her there. You know how dangerous that place is. This is obviously Lucas. I know, but it was the only way that I could think of to get away from that thing. It was clearly after her. Oh hey, she's waking up. Are you okay? The very last panel is Stella's eyelids opening and she can see Harper and Lucas blurred in front of her. That's page 1. Page 2, I definitely want to start off with a close-up from Stella just to directly tell us that the eyelids opening in the previous panel was her. And she is looking up saying, what happened? Where am I? I want to purposely leave this, leave the thing that she is lying on top of blurred out because that's going to be revealed in a few more pages. The next panel is of Harper and Lucas, who is standing over her. Don't try to move too fast. You blacked out. We are back in your world. What's your name? And the last panel is an establishing shot just to tell us that they're back in the real world. And it's nighttime, so the moon is very obviously here. And I just tried to frame everything wide so we get the background in properly. Page 3. A close-up on Stella, once again just to hide her pillow here. My name is Stella. Who are you? And a direct, a response with the panel of also Harper's close-up. And as you can see, even over the panel, they are sort of looking at each other. Harper, nice to meet you, Stella. And then going back on the similar panel to what we had before, Harper introduces Lucas. Here's Lucas. And who you are using as a pillow is Poppy. Stella is like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, I didn't realize, because she assumes that someone was elevating her head or something. But then when she gets up, she turns around. Page 4. Poppy is this gigantic spider whom Stella hates, so she completely freaks out and punches it. This is Lucas and Harper, shocked at what's happening. And page 5, Poppy scuttles along and jumps into Lucas's arms. And Lucas, a bit angry, hey, what was that for? After all Poppy has done for you. And to this, Stella is just not having it. She's just like, what is that? Burn it. And Lucas is like, what is wrong with you? And between that, Harper is, stop, both of you stop yelling. So page 6. So this page is pretty dialogue heavy, and the composition is very not that interesting, but this is the problem with dialogue heavy scenes, I think. I don't know, all of these pages I really struggled with because I thought it all looked very boring, but I need to just move on because I feel like I can get really stuck. But the dialogue is, I'm glad you seem all right. We were really worried about you for a minute there. To that, Stella just slaps her cheeks. It happens in like anime and stuff when they try to like wake up from their dream. And Harper's like, what the? Stella, realizing that she's not waking up, says, can you please explain? If all this isn't a dream, what are you? What is that? And where was that place? To that, we have a 2-shot of Lucas and Harper. Lucas saying, I can't believe you haven't told her anything. Like I was saying, I didn't have time. So this is where Harper starts to explain things. So this is Poppy. She's Lucas's partner and a creature called an animus. All of those monsters that we saw earlier are animuses too, but don't worry, Poppy is really friendly. Okay, so an animus, it's just a random word. I think it's like it comes out of Latin or something, and it vaguely means emotions or sorry, there was a lot of definitions online, so I'm not too sure what the actual meaning is, but I thought it sounded cool. So that's going to be my placeholder name for the emotion monsters for now. Next page. Poppy here, she actually can use her web as like a bandage, and Harper is just, she even bandaged your arm, and Stella is looking at her arm and with all this webbing on it, and she's slightly freaked out, but at least she's not bleeding anymore. The monster that attacked me as well, and this is a nice big exposition bit from Harper here. You catch on quickly. Yes, this city is full of them in the Chaos Realm. They are pretty rare up here though, and even if one is around, no one can see them. Usually if you bump into one, it'll just feel like a shiver or a bad vibe. Okay, so my dialogue is so bad. Once again, done is better than perfect for now, so I am just going to move on with this witty dialogue of mine and replying to that. But I saw it and it attacked me. That's because you are different. Sometimes there are people like you and I who can see the monsters, or can suddenly start to see them. And when you can see them, they can see you too, and they will want to feed off you. And once you can see them, you can never not see them. So your life as you knew it is never going to be the same again. This page I sort of wanted to make Harper look a bit creepy, or like I wanted to foreshadow the fact that Harper can't feel emotions, so she's like, this is pretty like shocking news to a person, but Harper is delivering it like it's a bit matter of fact, which, lacks in empathy a bit. I put the close-up of the eyes there because the dialogue is literally, you and I can see the monsters, so tried to play around with the composition to make it a bit more interesting. The next panel is Stella, who is just looking shocked, and then Lucas butts into the conversation and says to Harper, hey, isn't there a better way to explain it? You're really stressing her out. To that, Harper is now saying, oh, sorry, there is one easy solution. Leave this city. Those monsters can't leave here, so if you leave here, you'll never see them again. Harper making it sound like uprooting your life and leaving is the easiest thing to do. The next expression of Stella is shock, like even more so than the panel before. And Lucas is just like, hey, quick word. And he sort of like drags her off to the side and he whispers to her, what are you doing? We need more people like her who can see. You know how low staffed we are now. Sort of just trying to imply that in the future, they are going to try and recruit Stella to join the organization that they're in. So this is just a line to foreshadow that. And Harper tells him it's better for her if she does leave. But then Stella comes up to the two of them from behind saying, I'm not leaving. You have no idea how hard it was for me to get here. I don't want to go back. I have no other place to go back. I haven't really thought of a proper backstory for Stella, other than that she's a workaholic, but I don't know. I am probably going to make it that she has come from a more rural part of the country or something, and she really wanted to work in the big city because she wanted to leave her hometown or something like that. She's determined to stay, is basically the point. To that, Harper answers her, the other thing we can do is to hunt that monster down. That is what the Ord Foundation was established to do. The Ord Foundation? It's a company we work for. Sorry, that's exposition. And then Harper turns to Lucas and asks, Lucas, can you and Poppy spread out some web and try to trace that monster? And she turns back to Stella. I'll stick with her in case it comes after her again. Sorry, my spelling mistake there. And a panel on Lucas saying, sure. And then the Stella being, what? You're staying at my place? But it's really messy. And then a little panel of the characters being a bit like, dude, I think you need to sort out your priorities. And on Stella saying, you're right. Thank you for saving my life back there too. And Harper, don't worry about it. It's my job. Okay, so they are the pages. How many pages is that? That is 13 pages for this section. Like I said, because it's just conversation, I feel like it's really hard to make a bit more interesting, but it is important to establish what's happening and what they are going to do next. So, yeah. Okay, so that's it for this section. I hope I was able to keep things interesting within the conversation of the characters. I think it is nice that we do have a third character who has a bit more of an attitude, and definitely having Stella and Lucas coming off on the wrong foot give a bit of tension in the character dynamic. And I definitely wanted to put focus on Harper's lack of empathy here. Okay, so I am pretty sure we are past the halfway point of the story for this first rough pass now. And yeah, a few more to go. Quite a few more, actually. But thank you so much for watching another video. Sorry again for taking so long to get this one out. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.